Hi boys and girls, we're going to be doing lesson 10.3 today in your math workbook, so if you don't have that out, go get your math workbook and you need a pencil as well, and go ahead and flip to page 662. We're going to go ahead and get started, so if you need time to go get those things, feel free to hit that pause button. Alright, today we're going to learn how to make picture graphs. So it says take turns choosing a cube from the bag, draw a smiley face in the graph for each cube. So we're going to do the same thing that we did for the last one. I am going to pull out different colors and then I'm going to tell you what they are instead of cubes because I don't have them. Alright, blue, one smiley face for the blue. Green, one smiley face for the green. Blue, smiley face for the blue. Blue, my goodness, we really like blue at this house. Another smiley face for the blue. Red, smiley face for the red. Orange, smiley face for the orange. Blue. Green. Green. Orange. And last one that's in here is a blue. Alright, so we made our picture graph. Now, we only drew one smiley face for each cube or marker that we pulled out. So each smiley face stood for one cube. So how many total blues did we pull out? 5. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many reds did we pull out? Just one. I thought we had more red markers. How many greens did we pull out? 1, 2, 3 greens. And how many oranges did we pull out? 2. So, taking a look at our picture graph that we made, we can see that we had the most amount of blue markers, we had the least amount of red markers, and orange and green were the middle amounts of the markers that we had. Alright, if you need more time on that page, hit the pause button. If you don't need any more time, go ahead and flip your page. We're going to move on to page 666. Says each picture in the graph stands for one flower. Draw pictures to show the data in the tally chart. So they collected data. The data shows that there are the number of flowers picked, and the categories were the different people who picked them. Jesse had 3, Inez had 5, and Paulo had 4. So it's always good to make sure you read the chart and you understand the chart. And then go to the actual picture graph. So it says number of flowers picked. They have the names again listed, and we're supposed to draw a picture for the total amount of flowers that each of those people picked. If we look at the key, we know that each circle stands for one flower. So let's go ahead and finish filling this in. So Jesse had 3, so we marked down 3 circles. Inez had 5, so we're going to make 5 circles in there for Inez. Alright, and Paulo had 4, so we're going to make 4 circles for Paulo because he had 4, so we made the 4 circles. That is how you make a picture graph. So we're going to practice making them today. We're going to use the data and then place it onto a pictograph chart. It says use the tally chart to complete the picture graph. Draw a smiley for each child. So our tally chart here says favorite sandwich. The different kinds of sandwiches are listed: cheese, ham, tuna, and turkey. And the tallies are cheese had 5, ham had 2, tuna had 4, and turkey had 3. So we want to move that data over to our picture graph. We can see that each smiley stands for one child. So how many smileys will we draw for the cheese? Now look over at your chart. How many tallies did we have for the cheese? 5. Good. So everybody in your picture graph, you're going to go ahead and draw in 5 smiley faces because 5 students' favorite sandwich was the cheese sandwich. All right, let's look at the ham sandwich. So let's go to the tally chart. How many students voted for the ham sandwich? That's how many smileys we have to draw. Good. 2 students voted for the ham sandwich, so we are going to go ahead and draw in our 2 smiley faces. Let's move on to the tuna sandwich. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tallied for the tuna, so we are going to draw how many smiley faces in our picture graph? 4. Very good. So 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then finally the turkey. We had 3 students vote for the turkey, so we're going to go over to our picture graph and we are going to draw 3 smiley faces to show that 3 students enjoyed that turkey sandwich. Now usually when you have a graph, like this picture graph, you're going to answer questions about it so that we know you understand what is in that graph, what data is in that graph. So number 2 says, how many children chose tuna? So you want to go up to your picture graph. There's tuna, and you're going to count how many smiley faces are next to that tuna. Well, let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 children chose tuna. All right, number 3. How many more subtract children chose cheese than ham? So we know we have to subtract the cheese from the ham. So how many cheese did we have? 5. And how many ham did we have? 2. So 5 minus 2 equals 3. 3 more children. All right, nice job interpreting that data. If you need more time on this page to finish it up, go ahead and hit the pause button. If you are ready to move on, go ahead and flip your page. We are now on page 668. We're going to practice another picture graph. Oh, I'm sorry, we're on 667. All right, so same thing. We're going to use this tally chart to complete the picture graph, and we're going to draw a smiley face for each child. So you should always read and interpret the graph before you start. So it says favorite fruit. The fruit listed are apples, plums, bananas, and oranges. We can see that we have 4 tallies for the apple, 2 for the plum, 5 for the banana, and 3 for the orange. So let's use this data and we're going to plug it into our picture chart over here where it says favorite fruit. They have them all listed, apple, plum, banana, orange. And then it says each smiley face stands for 1 child. So we have to go ahead and move the smiley faces over to our picture graph. So let's take a look at the apple. How many students voted for apple being their favorite fruit? We'll count the tally marks up. 1, 2, 3, 4. So how many smiley faces go by the apple? 4. Very good. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, plums. How many tally marks were by the plums? That's how many smiley faces we're going to draw. 2. Very good. 1, 2. All right, how many bananas were in the tally chart? So that's an easy one because I know when there's a strike through like that, that means there's 5. 4 horses in the barn, and then we cross it off to make that 5. So we're going to go ahead and draw in 5 bananas. I like bananas too. I like that they're not cold when you eat them. And then finally the orange, which is Harper's favorite fruit. There are 1, 2, 3 tallies by the orange. So now we're going to answer the questions by looking at the picture graph. So it says, how many children chose a banana? So go up to your picture graph. There's banana, and count how many smiley faces you drew. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 children chose banana. Number 6, how many fewer children chose plum than banana? And remember, we know that the word fewer means to subtract. So plum was 2. And banana was 5, so we're going to subtract those 2. When we subtract 5 bananas minus the 2 plums, we know there are 3 fewer children. Number 7 is the math on the spot. So if you want to put your phone or your iPad up, and it will show you a video to explain that. Number 7 says, how many children chose a fruit that was not a plum? So what I would do with this, I would go ahead and count up all of my smileys except for the ones in the plum. So let's count the apples. 1, 2, 3, 4. Skip the plums, bananas. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12 with the oranges. So 12 total children chose fruit that were not plums. So I counted up all the smileys except for the plums. And it says, which 3 fruits were chosen by a total of 10 children? So we need to pick, we did a problem like this yesterday. Which 3 numbers, when we add them together, are going to equal 10? So what you could do is you can start adding up the 3 numbers together to see which ones are going to equal 10. So you could start by saying 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 5 is 11. That wouldn't work. Let's add up these ones. 2 plus 5 equals 7, and 7 plus 3 equals 10. Well, that'll work. So we know that 2, which is the plum, plus the 5 that were the banana, I'll put a B for banana, plus the 3 that were the orange, equal 10 children. So 2 plums plus 5 bananas plus 3 oranges equal a total of 10. 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 plus 3 equals 10. All right, I am going to go ahead and pause this so this video clip is not too long, and then we will start with part 2 in a minute. Bye.